there, friends. Kevin here from the Chord Progression Podcast. The podcast inspiring young rock and metal fans to discover new music and help them find a place where they can connect and feel accepted. Today, we're going to take a look at our episode with Devin from the band Honey Revenge, and their brand new album, Retrovision, is due out very soon, and we talk about the concept around there between taking a look back in retrospect and seeing that when you were young and dumb and shit, you didn't know everything, and putting that in perspective today to help you continue to grow and continue to learn. Before we jump into the clip, though, I want to make sure you hit that like button down there and hit that subscribe button to help us out, to help support us, and to make sure that you're not missing out on all the great bands that we bring on the podcast. So without further ado, let's get to it.
When you're not young, you think you know everything, dude. And especially when you have an older person telling you that you think you know everything, like nothing would piss me off more, I thought I had all the knowledge in the world. Like, I thought all my friends were going to be my friends forever. And I thought that I was going to have the same sense of the world forever and that I knew it all. But, you gain self-awareness. You gain perspective. It's all ever-changing. And I don't think it just has to do with your early 20s. I think so many people I know that are older than me have had those realizations. And it's easy to, let yourself form habits and cement into something,
So think about that for a second, everybody. When we take a look back at ourselves, we take a look back at how we thought when we were, 10, or when we were in high school, or when we were in college, early 20s, late 20s, whether in your early 30s, 40s, no matter what time in life you look back at and you think about it, especially early 20s, especially in those teenager years, we think we know everything. We think that we know everything there is to know in the world, and it's all based on the fact that at that time we understand our environment a lot further. However, we don't understand the larger environment as a whole. We don't really fully have a grasp of how everything works out in the world. We don't understand how everything interacts with each other because we don't have those experiences. So we're going off the experiences that we have, and that's just how it works. So when we were 18 years old, when we were 14 years old, we were only on this earth for so long that we think that our friends are going to be the exact same throughout our whole entire lives. Maybe in the past, especially with people like my dad, a lot of the friends that he had as kids are still his friends today. Myself, a good number of the friends I had as a kid as 5 years old, I am still good friends with today, and they are some of my best friends out there. Now, is every friend that I had a continuous friend? No. When I switched schools between 3rd and 4th grade, did my friends after that compare to my friends before that? Absolutely not. I don't talk to anybody there. Friends I went to high school with, I was friends with people from a different high school than I was, and then friends say I've met so many people through music, through the podcast, that, I'm seeing different worldviews. I'm seeing what other people have experienced. I'm gaining a further perception on that and a further understanding of that so that I can try and further understand the world. And I can fully admit I don't know everything. Heck, with the podcast, we're trying this out, this whole entire, clip reaction thing, after 4 years, after I thought I knew what I was doing, and take a look at the analytics and trying all these new things and just thinking that these concepts work and not really fully taking a look at the data. Now I'm fully embraced into it as well, and everyone can use that in their lives. We can all focus in on and understand that we don't know everything. Our mindset for life can completely change based on experiences, based on circumstances, based on what we go through. And the brand new album from Honey Revenge, Retrovision, really takes a look into that in much more depth and gives a more pop rock musical sense to it. So I suggest you check it out when it drops on June 23rd. To make sure you watch the full entire episode of this, hit that link in the description of the podcast where it says watch the full episode with Honey Revenge. You get the YouTube link. You can also listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon. Links to the podcast below. Make sure you're following along with us on the Chord Progression Podcast to not miss out on any great content or any great bands that are coming our way. Make sure you hit that like button down there and hit that subscribe button over here to not miss out on anything because you support the podcast. Thank you very much, everybody. This is Kevin. I'm out.